Hey, welcome back everybody. It's another episode of Ark Almost Vanilla. Rook here. We're going to get another episode in today. Been a little while. We're going to have some fun. Got to show you some new stuff to update you on. We got ourselves a new gun. We found a blueprint for a good pistol. This thing does some damage. I'm going to give it a shot here in a little while. Try some stuff out. Hello, Mr. Pteranodon. Goodbye, Mr. Pteranodon. Things inside the base here. Well, I'll show you here. Bane's got some storage boxes out here and a crafting station. He logged on, was playing a little bit. He's got Archibald. That's JoJo's old Argy. Archibald's our friend. Carried us over here before. Again, we still got the greenhouse here. New addition to the base. Now, we did our last episode talked about cementing paste. You know, we got the frog, purple rain, and I'm gonna do something here. I thought about this myself. I also had somebody say something to me. They thought for sure, instead of naming this thing Purple Rain, that we would name it Prince, and I agree. That's the way we're gonna go. He's got some level ups going on here. I have done a lot of work around this base. So everybody's gained a lot of levels just from all the building I've been doing, all the construction. But anyway, these are the Achetinas. I've told you guys before that the Achetina is another way to get cementing paste. You can pick these things up, and it's a snail. Okay, the Achetinas are snails. Mutate them just like you do anything else. You knock them out with the trank darts. These things eat the sweet vegetable cakes instead of berries. So we had to make some sweet vegetable cakes. I'll show you where that happens at. Here in the cooking pot. We go ahead and put the ingredients in the cooking pot that we need. We put some fuel in here to light the fire. And, you know, it takes a little bit of time, but you end up cooking the sweet tasty cakes. Let's go ahead and cook one up here. Let's see, what do we need? I'm just going to take one of each of these. And Savaroot. I'll take some Maho berries. Let's see what else. That might be it. And it might need fiber. Now, there aren't engrams for cooking recipes. You can, on the map, when you pick up drops and everything, you can find cooking recipes. There is, I know I mentioned this before, the Dododex app. Dododex is a very good app and shows you different recipes, different taming techniques, how many arrows it's going to take to knock something out. Let's just use some thatch as a fuel here. Like this. And I put a water tap right here so that I can take these water skins, fill them up with water. Here I've got some already full of water. I only technically need one. I'm only going to make one tasty cake right now, but I'll put a couple in here. Now, hopefully I'm not forgetting any of the ingredients there. I generally look it up when I'm going to be cooking something. Yeah, and of course I'm hurting myself on the fire. I don't want to do that, right? So let's take a look here. Here in a minute. I think I forgot something. Think it uses stimulant too. So let's put that in there. Now it does take a minute to cook one. So I can walk away. Let that cook up. It might cook a couple of them up. That's okay. We've got plenty of fertilizer going here. All kinds of fertilizer. And our crops are doing real good out here. I still keep coming collecting everything. I'm not going to do it right now. We don't need to do that right now. take that care of off camera. You can see we've got a lot of vegetables and stuff in here. I still have 19, and they are called sweet vegetable cake. Easier to say tasty cake for me. What do we got here? We do have 2 made. So that's good enough. I don't want to cook too many of them up. Let's put out the fire. Let's get our vegetables out of here that could spoil. The rest of that stuff, I'm just going to leave it in there. None of that stuff can spoil, so it'll be prepared for the next time. Now that we have the cooking pot up, we can actually use that for making kibble now too. And also required for making kibble is jerky. So you can take that out of there because we've got all that jerky made. You take cooked meat, put it in there. That we can still make some more regular cooked meat jerky. The other one I have here is prime meat jerky. So that's good. Let's put these building materials up, and I will show you what I've been working on since the last episode. And you can see those simple rifle ammo. The simple bullet, that's for my simple pistol. I put a scope on it. It actually does more damage than my long neck rifle was doing. So I use that as a my simple pistol as a weapon now. Let's take a look at it and see what happens here. Mr. Pteranodon is dead. Pretty cool. You don't have to look down the scope. It's just easier to. Here is what I've been working on, folks. Now, the base here in front is going to go away. Okay? But here's the new base. I've still got some work to do. I need to make platforms or bridges to come out to the ground. There's a door here, and then over here is another door. These are the behemoth gates. In here, I think I am going to put a second level floor up here over part of it. Not throughout the whole thing, because I've got some dinos I might want to bring in here that are taller than the, 4, 5, 6 wall height that I have in this area up to that little platform. Of course, I like incorporating the glass along with the stone. I do have behemoth gates and doors going out this other side, just the same as the other. Turn around, take a look here. Of course, like I said, coming off each one of those gates will be a like a little bridge to go to the land. A small dinosaur gate here. Now this area in front of me will always stay open. That way I can bring my water dinos up in here. I still got Smiley parked over there because he's close to the feeding trough right now. So I leave him parked over that way, but when I move my stuff over into here, I'll park him near the ramp here. And I got to get some feeding troughs in here. But I don't have any of my crafting stations or anything in here yet. I do believe I'm going to have those crafting stations kind of in this general area. They'll all be lined up. I've got some other bigger stuff I need to make there now that I didn't want to make to put in that little small base. Over on this side, we got the same thing going on. I'm probably going to put a second story floor in here. Again, not through the whole thing. I mean, it is big enough. I could bring Brontos in here. Brontos will fit. So, yeah. This was a lot of work. Now, in order to build all this stuff up here above, I had to line this whole bottom of the riverbed is actually lined with foundations, and all those foundations need to be linked to each other, which means they're one, the next exact space right next to them. Some of them you can see are kind of hidden underground a little bit, but there are foundations linking everywhere. So side by side and all the way up and down, there are foundations. That's the only way I could build the floors and everything above. A lot of work every day. Get on, gather materials, build walls, build the glass walls, behemoth gates. We do have, I've got some work to do in here yet. I'm happy with it. I'm going to leave this open Gonna leave this open so I can nice. I'm gonna leave that open so I can fly up and down through here. Now that wouldn't be absolutely necessary. If I wanted to close that in, I could very easily fly through the behemoth gates. But I thought that was be kind of cool. As I bring my flyers and come flying in, just right down into the base. Land, unload materials, do whatever. So I got plenty of space in here. I can do stuff like in certain areas I'm going to have to start taming up some scorpions because I need their eggs for T-Rex kibble for taming T-Rexes. And it's important even though we've got our taming rates really high, right? And it doesn't take a whole lot of time, but the kibble actually allows for better taming effectiveness even though we've got the really high rates. And the higher the taming effectiveness, the higher the melee damage actually increases on a dino when you tame it. Some stats get randomly raised higher, but melee damage is directly correlated with taming effectiveness. So I want the maximum possible taming effectiveness I can get. And I did not explain how you get cementing paste from Achatinas. So if I go look in its inventory, it just over time makes what's called Achatina paste in its inventory. And this is called organic polymer. Organic polymer is also a material that's used that takes the place of regular polymer, and regular polymer is used or is made by combining obsidian and I do believe it's metal. So I've just been raising these guys' health so that they're more healthy. And I just go to each one, and they get about 100 cementing paste per hour. Of course, every time I log on, it's always been more than an hour ago, and every time I log on, their inventory is pretty much full. That's the most they can have. Most cementing paste they can have in their inventory at one time is 100. So, and you can see you got a little bit of Achatina paste back here too. So I take that and I collect it and put it in here, and it works just like cementing paste, and I gathered quite a bit from it. At 100 per hour I've got 5 Achatinas, so I'm getting about 500 cementing paste per hour, roughly. I don't always go collect it, but when I get an opportunity I do. We've got an issue going on down here. In one of the earlier episodes, I showed you across the beach there was an Alpha Carno. Now, me and Bandit, we've already killed an Alpha Raptor, which they're not as tough as the Carnos, and that's actually where I got another pistol that's not quite as good as this one, and that pike down here. So that pike, no, wrong button. So this pike is a journeyman pike, and it does more damage and stuff than a normal pike does. So the more items and stuff we can get like that, the better off we are. That's a sickle. I use that to gather fiber. You use that on plants and you gather fiber. But down here we've got another Alpha Carno messing around. Now he's not too bad over here. I'm not really afraid that he's going to come attack my base, but of course he can. He can make his way over. And I do believe here on Bandit here I could probably kill him, but I want to try something. Over the time that I've been playing this game, I do a lot of research on the game. I read Reddit posts. There is a subreddit called PlayArc, and people post a lot on there. Over the years I've watched a lot of other people's YouTube videos and stuff, and I've always heard that one of the better dinos that you can actually take up against alphas are Ankies. So we're going to test our Anky out. This might not be a good thing. We could have an issue with this Anky trying to kill that Carno. I have come across a level 56 T-Rex in the wild while I was gathering metal with my Anky, and he handled that 56 T-Rex pretty good. Now the reason the Ankies can do this is they do have a high health value. Our Anky's got over 4,000. Is it over 4,000 health, I think? And then its melee damage is pretty high because that's what you pump in order to collect a lot of metal when you hit a metal node. So with his high melee damage, he's got a lot of health, and they're naturally tanky. They've got armor built into them, so they don't take as much damage as other dinos do. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to take that Anky over, and we're going to give it a shot. Now, this is either going to be a win or fail type thing, because once I start attacking this Carno, I am not going to be able to get away from it. Okay? The Anky is not fast enough to get away, unless the Carno gets stuck on a rock or something. So this is going to be engage the enemy and either die or kill the enemy. So our Anky wasn't the highest level. I think he was only a level 76. He was level 76 when I knocked him out. And he's gained some levels and stuff since I've been using him. So he is not, of course he's not a 120. I would actually be not very nervous about taking this Anky up against, or taking a 120 Anky knockout up against this Alpha Carno, but ours isn't quite that high. So, if I lose this Anky, I've been looking for a higher level Anky anyway, and for the most part, major parts of our build are done, and I can always take my RG to the top of the mountain and get metal. I've kind of wanted to do this on one of the official servers. Remember we saw the Giga over on the other side of the mountain, right? And he's still there. I just checked him out last time I was on. I haven't checked out this time that I'm on, but he's still been hanging out over there. So that's still something that we're looking to be doing here in the future. I want to probably grab some berries and put them in his inventory so he's got something to eat. And another thing we can do, why not? Let's go ahead and take some tasty cakes with us. Let's take 5. It may be hard to get our materials back if I die, because the Carno's probably going to hang out right there, although I can pull him away with the RG. We're going to go full armored, full weapons, and I don't have any of my own food. Be prepared. Let's go. This is I'm a little nervous about this, to be honest with you. I'm afraid Bowser, I'm afraid I may be asking Bowser to bite off a little more than he can chew, to be honest with you. But we're going to try it. Alright, big guy. Let's go take care of business. Alright, let's check his stats out real quick. Yeah, he's got 4,000 health. Now that's really good. His melee damage is at 322. And 420 stamina. You watch, this guy can run for a long ways before he gets tired. See, I'm sprinting right now. This is normal speed, and this is sprinting. See how much damage he does in a hit. I think it's 150, 161. So, I do know that this Alpha Carno has like 8,000 health. So, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. He's not going to be able to do as much damage to me as I can to him. We're going to find out pretty early on whether or not this is going to be a fail, to be honest with you. If he's doing half as much damage to me as I'm doing to him, he's going to win the battle. Because I only have half as much health as he does. But I'm armored. The saddle axe protects adds armor to the dino. And Ankys just naturally have some armor to them, just like a Dodic. A Dodic doesn't take as much damage as other dinos do. Mr. Dodic fighting a raptor there. Get out of my way. Thank you. Okay, we got Raptor to take care of before we get in. We don't want to be fighting multiple things at the same time. Maybe we'll just ignore him. He may not come my way. That's an Oviraptor. Ooh, that's only a level 8 Oviraptor. Those are the best ones because they don't take that much to tame them. Oh, here we go. Level 16. I don't think... Yeah. Not an issue. Not even worried about harvesting the meat or anything off it. Let's get rid of this Dillo on the way through. 161. I'm surprised that took 2 hits to kill this one. Where'd he go? There we go. Oh, we got something else attacking us too? Oh, must be another Dillo. Okay, so through those battles there, we really didn't take any damage. Okay, a little nervous. You know, we can get some good stuff from killing this guy, though. So, we're going to risk it. I'm sure I can get my stuff back if I die. And I'm sure that we can find a better Anky than this one. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, he's only doing 27 damage to us. I mean, we got to hit for a long time to get this done, but I think we can do it. Oof. Once in a while, he's doing 44 damage. So we have to be doubling his damage. He hits a lot faster than we do. He hits more often. He's getting at least 2 hits in for every one of mine. Come on, buddy. Come on, are we stuck? Thank you. Oh. You know, our health, we haven't lost much health yet. Well, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. Oh. Oh, yeah. I think we're going to get some good loot here. Now, over by JoJo's base, she's got a level 50, I think a 54 or a 56 Alpha T-Rex. That would be nasty. T-Rexes are definitely 3 times more powerful than Carnos. Now you can see our health as it's going down. Our tasty cakes are actually kicking in and healing us at certain times. Come on, baby. Don't really want to go in the water. See, we just ate another tasty cake there. Sweet vegetable cake. Oh, of course, Dillo hits us. We're going to be going in the water here in a second. Okay, Raptor dead. Are we underwater? We're underwater. Okay, let's move. I gotta get out of this water. I don't think I'm getting out of the water. I can see the oxygen meter on our dino. It's kind of going a little bit, so that shows me that I'm in water. Okay, let's keep going here. These stinking Dillos. There. Okay. Health. Watching the health on this Anky here. Again, we're in a do or die situation here. So, there. Tasty cake or sweet vegetable cake kicked in. Did some healing. It's dark. I can't see. We're gonna gamma. Couple extra shots there would have been nice. Come on. Can't see if he's getting bloody yet. Okay, watch our health here. Come on, tasty cakes. Did I eat all the tasty cakes already? Oh, goodness. Success. Did we get anything good? Let's go ahead and harvest this body real quick. I'm gonna use our hatchet, get more of this meat, get some prime meat off it. We'll get a lot of prime meat off this. A lot of hide. Good, good, good. We got some apprentice chitin armor. Apprentice hide pants. Apprentice hide pants. Let's see which one gives more armor. You can see. Well, okay. What the? Okay. Say goodnight. No good weapons. An apprentice bow, but we don't use bows much anymore because the arrows don't do a whole lot of damage. Chitin chest piece. You can see that our chest piece is now a ramshackle flat chest piece, and it's got 158 armor value. That chitin's only got 85. And that one's got 94. So there are situations where you're gonna want to maybe use some armor other than the flak, because the flak armor doesn't keep you warm. It actually makes you even colder. And I think same thing in the heat. It doesn't really provide any good heat protection. Wow. Lost quite a bit of health there. So let's go ahead and pump health a little more. But we did it. So we'll keep that in mind for later instances. Our Anky was able to kill a level 34. Did he? He did eat all 5 tasty cakes. So tasty cakes on herbivores are a good thing, because every time you drop down below 85% health, I think, it automatically eats it, and that does regen some health at that time. When you're using a carnivore, you can force feed it meat to regain health. So we didn't get real good. We didn't get real good treasure. We didn't get real good loot. Good loot's always nice. We have gotten lucky lately with, right away I saw that yellow drop over there at the Carno Island, and I wasn't gonna pass that up. It's time now for me to start paying attention to that stuff and getting some better equipment, like our pistol, like our pick. We have it's a recipe actually for the pistol, so I can make as many of those as I want, and I've got a recipe for the flat chest piece that I'm wearing. It's a little bit better armor. It's a ramshackle, not just primitive. So that's good. So if I were to die and not able to get back to my body to recover my stuff, I would be able to make myself another one. Stinking dillos, man. The blinding aspect of what they were doing to us. How many dillos did we kill there? I mean, good gosh, there must have been 10 dillos involved in that fight with us. But we did it. We did it. See, there's that aspect. Like I said, people talked about Ankies doing real good against alphas because they do have so much armor. Now, if we were to get an upgraded saddle instead of just the primitive saddle, it actually provides more armor value. So, like we wear armor, these guys' saddles provide armor also. So a primitive saddle only provides 25 armor. So that does help. Let's see, who's got... Yes, I did find a Pteranodon apprentice saddle, and its armor is 40.5. So the better saddle you get, the more armor it provides, which means it takes less and less damage from things as they're hitting them. Did I take his... No, yeah, I did take his saddle off him. Okay. So, we were successful. Now, we're going to take this armor, this better armor. I've got a box over here that I'm keeping all my stuff in that I get. I've gotten some journeyman cloth hat. Armor of 25. Yeah, I mean, I guess that... Oh, that's all that stuff's on the Anky still. So I guess that stuff is, nice to get, but who wears a cloth hat anymore? I don't. Now, give me an apprentice flak helmet, and I'm gonna be a lot happier. But no, I got an apprentice or a journeyman cloth hat. This we'll go ahead and keep. We're gonna get rid of this, and we'll keep these. So we had some excitement. I have to be honest with you, there at the end, I really, the thing about the alphas, like most dinos, if we go back over to that Anky right now and take a look at it, the bloodier it gets, the closer it is to being dead, visually. So, yeah, you can still see, you know, blood stuff on him, but his health's getting back up there. But the alphas, it's very hard to tell because they're glowing red. So you don't really see the blood overlays. Kind of makes it difficult to determine how close to something is to being dead. Now, our super spyglass that we use, if I would have used this on that, I could have actually looked at his health and seen how much health he had left. So the super spyglass is a little bit cheaty. Little bit cheaty. But you learn over time by looking at the how bloody the guy is. You can kind of get a sense of how much, if he's close to dying or not. If I were using the RG, of course I could be flying above him, and generally I could be high enough where he's not doing damage to the RG, but the RG can do damage to him. Let's go ahead and show you guys what these helmet skins do. Let's do this. Yeah, let's turn around and face the torch here. Boom. So if I take and put this over my helmet, it turns it into a bone skin. And I've still got my beard. Still got my beard and stuff. We're going to go ahead and leave that helmet like that for a while. I think that looks pretty cool. What do you think? I like the trike one better. We have to kill a little bit better alphas and stuff to get the trike bone helmet. But it looks like a trike skull sitting on your head. You got 3 horns and everything. And I think they look pretty cool. Give you guys an idea of what's coming up as far as the base goes. We've got, of course, I got to get all the new stuff put in there. Okay. I got to get all my crafting stations and stuff put in. We're going to have egg farms in different areas. Multiple female dinos like the scorpions. I'll probably get 4 females and 1 male. Start producing a bunch of eggs. But I can start getting stuff tamed now. I think that Giga's going to be a up and coming tame. If I can tame that Giga, that's going to go a long way for us protecting this base. Now, the one bad thing about Gigas, and we'll try it. When I get him tamed up, I'll show you what I mean. If I were using that Giga against that Carno over there, if I didn't kill that Carno relatively quickly, as a Giga takes damage, he has a rage meter. Okay? As his rage meter goes up and he gets madder and madder, he'll go to a point where he becomes enraged and he will turn around and kill me. He'll actually start attacking me. So that's the one drawback to using Gigas for, let's say you wanted to use a Giga to go after a Alpha T-Rex. That Alpha T-Rex is going to do enough damage to that Giga that he's going to get ticked off and he's going to turn around and eat me. Now you can jump off the Giga and run away. Hopefully you jump off early enough because they're faster than you are and he's going to run you down. Now, if the thing that you're fighting gets in his way and he decides to start attacking it again, then you could survive. But that's the one thing about Gigas is they kill their riders. So the Giga isn't something we'll probably take into fighting alphas. But we can take it over there to Carno Island and just clean house. The Gigas are more, and they're actually, I was going to say they're actually used more in PvP situations, but not with a rider on them. They'll actually tell them to attack their target and shoot somebody or some other dino, and then it'll go attack them. Because if they don't have a rider on them, they don't get enraged. Yeah, we're going to go get that yellow drop while it's there. It's not quite down yet, though. It's just about. We're going to take enough time with this episode to go get this yellow drop. We're going to take Batty over there. I think that's over by Hidden Lake. Yeah, I'm going to pay more attention to getting these drops now. I've got my base built. That's big. That's a good sized base. I would start taming some dinos. I need to tame a bunch of Rexes and start breeding them. Start getting some Super Rexes, I'm going to call them, so that we can go in and fight bosses. No, that's a Troodon. Hopefully that beaver kills that Troodon, because I really don't want to get knocked out. We're going to steal this real quick. You know, I don't really need... Oh. Come on. Out. We're out. Oh, no. We're out. 2, 1. Am I gonna fall asleep? Okay. You can see my little stars over to my right were rising. So I did get torpored. That's okay. We got out of it though. That's why a lot of times I'll use an RG rather than a Pteranodon. I probably could have just cleared that area before getting off to get that, but we survived it. Sometimes I run the risk. I'll just go ahead and take the damage. Usually I get out of it. I don't want to take time to kill everything there first. And I didn't really want to kill the beavers because they make the beaver dams. Although we're not as reliant on the beaver dams anymore, but the beaver dams also give us other stuff. You know, we get the silica pearls from them. We get rare flowers, rare mushrooms. So we don't want to kill the beavers. We want them to keep making dams. All right. We are coming along. You can see that this base is kind of in the way. Of course, I got to move my greenhouse. But this space is in the way from getting some more stuff done. So off camera, I'm going to start moving everything from here into there and tearing this down. So Bane, I'm going to have to drag his butt inside the other base and I guess provide him with a place to stay for a little while longer. He did start collecting materials so he can start building his own. He knows I'm going to need him to go in and killing bosses and stuff, so he's trying to get himself a little bit prepared for doing that. I think he's wanting to do a lot of the T-Rex breeding and stuff, so I'm sure he'll help with that. But hey, it's been an exciting episode. You guys got to see me attack, and we successfully did it. We went ahead and took care of that Alpha Carno. I know we saw an Alpha Carno like that in one of the earlier episodes over here, and I knew they could possibly be a problem. I feel a lot safer knowing that I could take my Anky over there and do the job and start getting some nice equipment and stuff off them. But hey, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys had some fun. I had some fun. We got to see what it was like to fight an Alpha. Now, they did change that. Alphas used to do bleed damage, but I didn't notice any bleed damage, which is like a damage over time thing. But I didn't actually see that up there. So that may be something I look into and see if they change that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.